Hello and welcome to session 35 of Direct Tax 2, 4th semester BCom of Mangalore University. In this particular session, we are going to learn certain exemptions which are available under section 54. And specifically, we are going to solve a problem as well. So topic covered is capital gain exempt from tax under section 54 with problem. Now, what is this section 54? It relates to capital gain arising from the transfer of a residential property. So I stress on the word residential property, not commercial property. So any capital gain arising on the transfer of a house or land appurtenant connected annexed thereto is exempt subject to following conditions. First condition is the residential house must be owned by an individual or HUF. Section 54 exemption is not available to a firm. It's not available to a cooperative society. It is not available even to a company. So this exemption under section 54 is available only for an individual or HUF. And the residential house must be owned by an individual or HUF for at least 2 years. That is 24 months before the transfer. That means we are talking about a long-term capital asset called residential property being transferred. Means the period of holding of such land or such building or such residential property must be at least 24 months. At least means more than 24 months. 24 months and more. So definitely it's a long-term capital asset which is transferred. So the SSE must purchase a new residential house. Obviously, land, building or residential property is transferred. The SSE must purchase a new residential house to claim exemption, either 1 year before transfer or 2 years after transfer, or must construct a new house within a period of 3 years after the transfer. So as far as purchase is concerned, the SSE can purchase 1 year before transfer of this particular house, or within 2 years from the date of transfer of that residential house, as far as purchase is concerned. As far as construction is concerned, within 3 years from the date of transfer of that house, an SSE must have constructed a new house property. Now, where a part of the capital gain amount is used for purchase of land, because a residential building has to be constructed on land. So if the SSE doesn't own any land, he can purchase a land. This amount of capital gain can be used partly for the purchase of land and part towards construction of the residential house thereon. The aggregate amount can be claimed as exemption or deduction under section 54, provided the construction is completed within 3 years from the date of transfer of the earlier house. So cost of land and cost of construction put together can be claimed as deduction or exemption under section 54. But important point is the construction should be completed within 3 years from the date of transfer of the earlier house. Now, what is the exemption limit? So just discussed, the capital gain arising from the transfer of such residential house is exempt to the extent of the cost of the new house purchased or constructed within the specified period. So whatever is the cost of that new house purchased, whatever is the cost of that new house constructed, such amount can be claimed as a deduction under section 54. If the whole of the amount of capital gain is used for the purpose of new house, then it is fully exempt from tax. Let's imagine the long-term capital gain on the house transferred works out to 32 lakhs. And suppose the construction of the new house costs around 35 lakhs. So 32 lakh minus 35, you cannot get a negative value. 32 lakh is your capital gain. And since the cost of construction of the new house is 35 lakh, more than the capital gain, then entire amount of capital gain will be exempt. So it will be fully exempt if the capital gain amount is fully utilized. Where the capital gain amount is not utilized by the SSE for the acquisition of new house, that is before the due date of furnishing the return of income, which is usually 31st of July, both for individual or HUF. Maybe he's looking for an apartment house. Maybe he's looking for a piece of land where he can construct the house. But important thing is the SSE cannot hold that capital gain in his regular bank account. He has to deposit that money in an account called capital gain account scheme with a specified bank authorized by the central government. So every nationalized bank has CGAS account, and if in case the SSE is not able to purchase or construct in the previous year, then within the due date of filing returns, that is within 31st of July of that year, the SSE is expected to deposit that money in CGAS account, and he has to utilize that within the time period specified. So the amount so deposited in this account is also exempt from tax, provided it is used within the specified period. That is for purchase within 2 years from the date of transfer of that original house. For construction within 3 years from the date of transfer of that original house. Now, there is chances of withdrawal of exemption if the SSE goes against the rule. The rule is simple. The new house purchased or constructed should not be transferred within a period of 3 years from the date of purchase or the completion of construction. So once the new house is purchased or constructed, SSE cannot transfer this new house within a period of 3 years from the date of purchase or the completion of construction. If he is transferring, then the exemption given earlier will be withdrawn. If it is transferred within 3 years, the exemption given earlier will be withdrawn and will be deducted from the cost of acquisition of new house while calculating short-term capital gain on the sale of new house. So important point that we have to note over here is, if the new house purchased or constructed is sold within 2 years, then whatever is the capital gain exemption enjoyed earlier, that will be deducted from the cost of acquisition of the new house while we are calculating short-term capital gain. But if it is transferred after 2 years, you know very clearly the period of holding for residential property is 24 months. If it is held for less than 24 months, it's short-term. If it is held for more than 24 months, it is a long-term capital asset. So similarly, it will be deducted from the cost of acquisition of the new house for calculating short-term as well as long-term capital gain on the sale of this new house. Also, if the amount deposited in CGAS, capital gain account scheme, is not utilized within the specified period, then the unutilized amount will be treated as long-term capital gain, because we were talking about the original transfer of long-term capital asset, more than 24 months. It will be treated as long-term capital gain of the previous year in which the specified period expires. So this is the theory part of short-term exemption under Section 54, where the property is transferred to any other SSE within or after the completion of 24 months. So that's all in this particular session. Thank you.